All right, so I am in actually Indianola, Texas,
Yes.
at a friend of ours, Bob and Lisa's house, and we're with Bob, and we are going to talk to Bob about what kind of boat is this,
It's a
Bob?
Mayfly 14.
Jim Michalak?
Jim Michalak, Mayfly 14, and a lot of them been used on the Texas 200. We don't use it on that. We use a larger boat that's pictured back here that's a compact 17 that's good for sissies like us that like a big cushy boat with a bunch of ballast in the bottom that if you get in a storm you just have to drop an anchor and drop the sail and sit back and ride it out and you're good.
That'll be another video.
That'd be another video.
I've actually went sailing with Bob and Lisa in the compact 17
Compact
Suncat.
17, yes it is.
It's a wonderful boat. So did you build this boat?
Yeah, Lisa and I built this boat. It was her decision. She wanted to build it, and so me being a retired shop teacher and everything, I thought it was my responsibility as a devoted husband to help her build this.
What made you choose the Mayfly 14?
It was a choice that she made, and I think we wanted something that she could eventually sail by herself that wasn't too big to sail by herself.
Yeah.
And we knew it was being successfully used on the Texas 200. We just kept hearing a lot of good stories about it.
Yeah.
It has what's called a balance lug sail, which is a really good type of rig.
Yeah.
But, talking about the build, we went overboard probably from what a lot of people will do on the materials they use and use things like any African mahogany on all the chines and other smaller hardwoods that were used.
Serious mast step.
Yeah, and like on the mast step, did that. And did things like put an extra 3/16 inch by 2 inch strap of aluminum that's bolted all the way through the bulkhead to where on both top and bottom there's no way any mast is possibly coming through that. The mast would shatter long before it would.
How did you build this mast?
The mast was kind of interesting. It was one that I got an idea from Chuck Lineweber, because he's built masts this way. It's made out of what amounts to fence cedar boards, and they're ripped down to about 3/8 of an inch, some as small as 1/4 of an inch thick.
Wow.
And they're laminated together. It's got two pieces of 3/8 by 3/4 laminated in the middle for that, and then every layer has epoxy resin around it.
Yeah.
And it's been assembled, and if you look at where there were, nail holes as such, these were plastic nails, plastic.
Like air nails?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like air nails.
They were probably
And
from
very
ductwork.
small gauge, like 18 gauge. And the neat thing about the plastic is that if you want to sand it off, cut it off, it just shears and it goes away. It's not like if you had a metal nail in there. And then you don't have any rust factors either. So when you get this whole thing done, and this is, a 14-foot plus mast that you can see by me lifting this up, is pretty lightweight.
Is it fiberglass?
It is fiberglass. It also has, to top it off, it has a sleeve of fiberglass that's pulled down all the way around it.
Okay.
That has multiple layers of resin over it.
Yeah.
To smooth it out. So it's got tremendous strength.
What is this device?
That is something that our good friend Lannis Morris gave me that he had made, and it's a mast sleeve that's made out of brass with leather lined on the inside.
Leather?
And leather, yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
it has some weight to it, and it allows you to have this at the top of your sail, and to pull your sail up. It just does a
Oh.
great job.
This is what holds the. I don't know the name of it, but the
gaff.
gaff.
Well, the gaff, the
against-
top. Yeah, you have at the top of it. You've got a spar.
Yes.
You've got an 11 foot long spar at top, an 11 foot long spar at the bottom, and that's part of the balance lug sail. And the spars are also made the same way this was, other than that they are a little smaller diameter.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very cool. What kind of how big is the sail? Do you know about how big the sail
The
is?
sail is about 150 square feet.
Huh.
I'm not positive, but it is
We'll
it's a special sail that was designed by Chuck Pierce, and it was a what was it called? You're familiar with it.
I've researched that sail. I think it's a
Pierce Expedition sail.
Pierce Expedition
Pierce
sail.
Expedition sail.
I think I'm going to purchase one.
And it's been used on several boats of this size. It just works perfectly, and it's a very well designed sail. You can buy commercial.
Who makes it, or who sewed this?
Oh, I
Whoa.
couldn't tell you that. My wife purchased it, and I couldn't tell you who.
We will
the
figure
vendor
out.
was.
We will
figure that out,
We'll figure it out.
and you can post it on there somewhere because it's very well made. sail.
It looks like extremely well made sail.
And it's got like 3 reef points in it, so it's a very diverse sail on what it can do.
So this is a pretty neat looking tiller and rudder.
Yeah, and this was all
I-
done to Jim Michalak's plans,
Yeah.
and I've made everything out of special marine grade plywood, and
Very cool.
so this particular one this is made out of 2 pieces. If you look on the end, half inch, close to 7/16 inch laminated marine plywood, glued together with resins, and also possibly I may have, if I remember correctly, put a layer of 5-ounce fiberglass cloth in between and laminated it.
Yeah.
And then you sand it off to where it is a foil shape.
Yeah.
And the foil shape has some very specific dimensions to it as far as how it tapers down from the front to the back. The leading edge is much rounder.
Yeah.
The trailing edge tapers off a lot more, so that as the water goes by, it minimizes any drag that would possibly happen.
Huh.
And if you look at the leeboard, it's kind of the same way. The leeboard is done the same way, where the leading edge, and you can see by the laminations of the plywood how it works out.
Yeah.
How it tapers down, and the trailing edge is much more comes to a sharper end and a much longer taper than does the front end.
So this is a leeboard boat. For a lot of people
Yeah,
that
that's a leeboard.
may not be familiar with this, it's something that is very popular with the Texas 200. If you're going to sail in some shallow water and you don't want to have a centerboard in the way inside the boat, this is probably the way to go.
It's easier to build a leeboard boat than a centerboard boat if you're going to have a retractable centerboard.
And so-
And because it's by retractable, you want something that when you get into shallow Gulf Coast waters,
Like-
that can if it hits a shell bank,
Yeah.
sandbar, whatever, can come up out of the way,
Yep.
and it will drop back down. And then the purpose of it is twofold. It gives you a lot of guidance as you steer forward. It also, as the wind is pushing against your sails and it's trying to push the boat to the side, it gives you a lot of stability that keeps the boat from moving back as much. So, centerboard concept is really important.
One interesting thing that I'm noticing about this boat is how much rocker it has. I would imagine that with this much rocker, that this boat could probably sail pretty decent even with the board up.
Yeah, actually it does. This is almost like what you call, some boats are called chine runners.
Yeah.
And this is a chine of sort down here. That as you get a little tilt over from the wind, the chine is going to catch and give you a certain amount of guidance even without a centerboard.
Well, that makes sense. That's very cool. It's an interesting hull design.
Yeah. I mean, it was an engineered hull design.
Tell me about the bird on here.
Oh, the bird on there is an interesting bird. It's one that's known as an oyster catcher.
Yeah.
That in the Gulf Coast area, we have a fair amount. We might see them more in wintertime. And they're a bird that's maybe 8 or 9 inches tall. They've got a very strong beak. They look just about as animated as this.
Yeah.
And they're called oyster catchers because, among other things, they can pick up an oyster and they can pry open its shell
Wow.
and eat the oyster.
Holy
out of
crap.
it. And they're really beautiful birds. But
And-
oyster catcher is something, it was my wife's idea that she wanted to name this boat Oyster Catcher.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a coastal bird species that we admire.
That is so cool. So you have a motor mount on here, I see.
Yeah, I have a motor mount. We've got a small electric motor that is here, and so I made a motor mount. If you look at this, you can remove 1, 2, 3, and then down below on the back 2 more, 5 screws, and you can take it completely out.
Yeah.
They've got inserts for the screws to thread into, and then the battery goes down below and it plugs in off of this cord.
Wow.
And when you're not using it, and there's a lot of different products out in the market, not promoting any particular product, but that will work equally well. And if you get in a situation where you think you might be more inconvenienced getting back to dock area, it's great having an electric motor to get back.
That's pretty cool.
Because they're a lot lighter. The motor we have here is about 30 pounds.
Oh, wow.
The battery pack is about 8 pounds.
That is
So
pretty light.
You don't have tremendous amount of weight. as you-
Yeah. What's this?
This is just a holder for a flag. If we want to put an American flag, a Texas flag, or we're somewhat fond of an organization called the Texas 200, a Texas 200 flag on there.
Yes, we are.
We might put on there.
Oh.
And something else I'll point out that I've used.
We got it.
There's a lot of PVC plastic wood equivalent products out.
Yeah.
And this is one that I happen to have some of that I've used a lot. And it machines really well, has good strength characteristics, and I can achieve a lot of things with it that like here and here that it's not dependent on having finishes and sealers like wood does, and it gives you a lot of strength. I also have here a tiller clutch, which enables me when I'm sailing, if I use it, to be able to let go of the tiller, and I can have it adjusted a little closer than this, and allows me to move up and mess with the sail or whatever I need
Yeah.
to do.
What so I'm looking inside this boat, and something that stands out to me is there's a hole in the boat.
Man, water could come in that, couldn't it?
Well,
That'd be a real
So
problem.
what's the deal with that? Like in a boat like this? Like,
Well, the water at that, it's not like we have a compartment that goes all the way back to the stern of the boat.
yeah.
And so you get water in here, and you want to get, particularly once you get out of the boat, and you want to get that water out, or you want to rinse it out, clean it, you put a hole in one side, and you put in a typical 1-inch plug
Yeah.
that you can come in and insert.
And you kind of got it set in the lowest point
I've
of the.
tried to set it in the lowest point so that if I drain the boat, I can get water out. Because you really need to. You get a lot of sand and stuff in these things. You
Yeah.
need to clean them out when you get them.
And you got oarlocks here, so
I
you got a
have
set of
oarlocks
oars.
here, so we have a couple oars that we have pair of oars that bring along for auxiliary power if we need it.
What is that,
Oh
Bob?
crap! Where did
is
that
that?
come? Oh my God! Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Fireball cinnamon whiskey. Somebody told me about this stuff.
We're gonna have to take a shot. I mean,
Oh man.
oh yeah, we're gonna.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
And here comes Paul. I bet
Paul's
Paul
here.
will take
Hey,
a
Paul,
shot.
how you doing?
¿Qué es eso?
Yes.
Estás haciendo aquí.
We're doing fireball shots.
Oh,
Yeah,
fireball.
That's pretty good. I've heard about it.
yeah. Chris, are you gonna get
It
in
has
on
a
this?
hole in the bottle.
It does.
Oh, it
doesn't
burned
it?
a hole through
It's
the
that
lid.
hot.
Holy moly! This is so cool.
You want some?
Yes, absolutely.
It tastes like cinnamon.
I'm not endorsing this product by any means.
But if sponsorships are offered,
Chris, are you gonna get in on this?
I believe I might. I've never done hard liquor before.
Oh.
You know, think of it as a good Christian home.
I think he's lying.
this is a new experience for Chris.
Yeah.
He said that
Can I
tastes
have
like Mama's cough
You
syrup.
go. You can go right ahead, Bob. Okay, so how much storage does this boat have? Does it? Is it got
Oh,
like
it's
a? It looks like it has a.
It's got a lot of storage. Let me show you that. Up in there.
Notice how they came around when the fireball shots came out. Yeah, they're leaving
now.
now.
They're gone. Now they're gone. Okay. Now you've got a couple little bungees that hold this lid down. This lid, if you open it up, has a little rubber seal around here to where when it's put any pressure at all on this, keeps it
Oh
watertight.
yeah.
And then you can look in here and see that it's got a lot of storage.
Oh gosh, there's a ton of room in here.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Then it gives you access if you need to put in, you know, something like a cleat like this, and you
Yeah.
don't have bolts that go all the way through. You've got a way of reaching up those bolts.
Yeah. And you've got another storage back here. This one looks kind of hard to get in, but
Yeah, that one. I've got
Uh,
another one in the rear that's
it's got-
about the same.
same setup. That's pretty cool. I like this. It's not going to come off.
Yeah, it also gives a lot of storage.
Yeah. Well, Bob, this is very, very cool. I do thank you for giving us a tour of
I
your.
wish I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I didn't get around to, but there's a lot of thought that goes into boats like this. I mean, little things like you take a little eye hook like this.
Yeah.
It's only 1/4 inch, but it goes all the way through this 1x2
Yeah.
piece of African mahogany, and it's stainless steel, and it's got a stainless steel nut on the bottom of it,
Yeah.
and so it's not going to pull out.
No.
And yeah,
Definitely
we
not.
like to have anchor points along, like we've got other stainless pieces in here along the way that give you places that you can fasten
Lots of places.
different
Yeah.
things. And I try to use stainless as much as possible. Every now and then I fail and I use galvanized, but
Well,
which is okay. But,
I'm also guilty of that.
but stainless is best.
You know, I kind of like the front of the bow.
I like the bow.
I like how you left the little bit up on top.
Yeah, yeah. It made a great place to drill a 1/2 inch hole through that I can put a line through.
Yeah.
for a painter or for an anchor.
Yeah.
And so it's
Big
real
old eye
handy.
right there. That ain't coming
Yeah.
off.
And it also gives you more strength. And this, what you can't see about this, is this has a rabbit, which is kind of a cut in a board that a lot of people be familiar with. It's shaped more like this. Usually it's less deep than long.
Yeah.
And the plywood siding on here comes down into that rabbit. And
Oh.
it's fastened with both epoxy glue and screws in there that make it really a strong, solid front. If you run into here,
Yeah.
it's with something like into a dock or whatever, it's not an end game that you did that. You've got a lot of strength.
Now, I personally don't know anybody's ran into docks before, but
No.
was that in the plans? Or is that something that you did, do you think?
I think I kind of modified the plans a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say I did or didn't on that. I may have followed the plans. I may have modified them. But
And it has like this, is that a sacrificial?
right here, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it has some boards on the bottom that are 1 by 1.5, 1 by 2, as you
Yeah.
might say, that are also African mahogany, that are sacrificial boards. The bottom has 2 layers of 5-ounce fiberglass over it. Sides have 1 layer of 5-ounce fiberglass over them.
So
with
you-
resin.
So you did fiberglass the bottom of the
Yes, I
boat.
did fiberglass the bottom.
Look at this.
And those boards underneath give you something when you skid up on an oyster bank or something. They give you a little something, and what they also give you is a little extra guidance when the boat is sailing to keep it sailing straight.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Definitely pretty cool. Wow, this is so neat, Bob. Thank you so much for giving us a tour of your boat.
Sure, you're more than welcome. You need to abbreviate this because I talk way too much.
It's great. This is so cool, everybody. Okay, a Mayfly 14 Jim Michalak design. Very cool boat. All right, we'll see you guys the next time. Roland, so what exactly is going
here's
on?
my side of the story.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what he's told you before. I started this boat build all by myself.
Yeah.
He would not touch it. He would not do one thing on it. Not
Bob.
No, I had to do it all. Every bit.
I would tell her how to do it.
Are
but I
you-
wouldn't do
He
it.
would. But then when we got to the mast build,
Yeah.
I would come out into the shop and I would see some unauthorized mast building happening when I was not there.
So he was starting
So he
to work on it.
started to take over my boat build. And it started with the mast and then it went to everything else. Everything on here was built twice. These were built
Yeah,
twice.
those were built twice.
I built it once and he redid
Well,
it.
that was my fault because I gave you the dimensions to build it with, and they were wrong. I
Yeah,
didn't
there we
have
go.
enough extra.
All I know is
You've
my
never
boat
done
build
that,
got
have you?
taken over. And that is the end.
I've never gotten a dimension wrong. No.
That's the end of my story. I'm gonna go heat up enchilada casserole.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, that's interesting, Bob. You didn't share that with us.
No, I kind of keep
Yeah.
some stuff under.
So
my-
you actually built this boat twice. These are going to be the outtakes.
There's really is as far as twice you do things.
I do-
When you regret them. And
Here's a piece
I-
I built twice.
I do know what you're talking about. I do that too. That's very cool.
And I went back and decided to do this because this is a piece that I figured needed a lot of strength.
Yeah.
And I decided for my second run it was 1.5 inches of African mahogany at first, and then it became 3 half-inch layers of laminated marine Verante plywood or whatever it was.
Where do you even get African mahogany from?
You get it from Hardwood's place, in my case in Houston.
Oh, wow.
A place called Clark's Hardwood.
Clark's Hardwood. What a
African mahogany It differs a little bit. People are familiar with Philippine mahogany,
Yeah.
and African mahogany is very similar, but it's a whole lot less expensive.
What koozie do you have?
Oh, I don't know. Some guy named Ziggy Lavengood.
You know, it's really weird. I have the same one.
Oh, wow. How
I-
did that happen?
I don't know. It's crazy. How come
How,
you don't
how
have
did I
one?
get left out?
I don't know. You need to go meet that guy.
Not a good enough friend of
I,
Ziggy's, I guess.
I think it's because of the cheap beer. They would not allow that to go on to the cheap beer.
There was the cheap beer.